Hey everyone, Dennis K here with Belize Islands Real Estate. I hope you all are doing well today. Today is Sunday, January 16th, and I want to tell you about some pretty good waterfront lots that I want to offer my clients here. They're just north of Secret Beach on the west side of Ambergris Caye. And what I'm going to do here is show you a bunch of Google Earth overlay maps, some slides, some ground video that I took of this area. And I think this is going to be really exciting for some of my investors who are looking to land bank a very large waterfront parcel, or even for some of my clients who are looking for a large, sizable piece of land where they can build a nice big family estate on, or maybe a small project on in this beautiful, beautiful part of Ambergris Caye. All right, so let me get right to it. Let me do a share screen here. And I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the lots and where they're located. Okay, so there are 5 parcels of waterfront property, and they're very large. They average between 2.8 acres all the way up to 3.1 acres. And they're in this general area right here. So we have about, first lot starts about here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots. So it's this huge chunk of land here. I think it's like 15 acres of land that's been subdivided into the 5 lots. There's the parcel numbers, and there is the rim map. So all of these have already been subdivided. All of them are individually titled with the land certificate, free and clear, ready to transfer. So what I'll do is I made this short video here. Let me just sort of go through this, and I'll explain where these lots are as we go through. So I did this pretty quickly this morning, so I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. So, all right, so this lot here is not one of the waterfront lots that's being offered, but this is a sort of a shot looking from north to south. So Secret Beach is going to be down in this area about 4 miles down the coast. So this is east over here. This is to the west, to the right of your screen. And then what we're going to do is go through this little canal. And as you go through the canal, the 5 lots will be on your left-hand side. But this just shows just how beautiful the water is in this area. Crystal clear, absolutely stunning. So on this trip, Israel and I and a client of ours, a couple clients were up looking at beachfront that we own up in this general area. So now we're going to sort of start to make the curve. And we're going to come in this channel. Nope. So this is a view you're looking straight out from this area. Again, just look at how beautiful the waters are, crystal clear, sandy bottom. And just take note of this little bump of an island here, because I'll be able to show you that in the Google Earth overlay. So now we're going to come up through this little channel right here. This is the lots that I own up here. Some clients of mine own some lots up there. Now, as we round this corner,
cleared away some of the mangrove stuff. Looks beautiful. I like the way he cleared the land too, because you can really eat up the bonsai. It looks really nice cleared like that.
So what some of the property owners are doing in this area is going ahead and clearing their property to see what they have to work with. Now, as we come through this channel, you see this little swimming platform here. I'll be able to show you exactly where that is on our Google Earth overlay map as well. So as we start to come down, you see a little mangrove here on the front side. But as we get past this little fishing boat, you're going to see some harder land back in there. So we're not quite to the start of where the 5 lots are going to be. Family doing some fishing here in the cut. Right. All right. So right back in here. Okay. So here's where the land starts, right back in here. So all this land is part of that 15 acres, now subdivided into 5 large 3-acre parcels. So all this land here is part of those 5 lots. There's the fishing platform, or swimming platform, I should say. Way back in this area, there's actually a fishing camp back in there. I'm going to show you that here in a little bit. That's the fishing camp back in here. So this is just a pristine part of the island. All right. So on this view, we see the fishing camp, the Cayo Francis Farm and Fly Fishing Camp is here, and then those 5 lots are located right here. Just kind of go through some of these pictures here. So there we go. Let me just back up a bit. So they are located 4.41 miles north of Secret Beach. So again, boat access only. You would come out from Secret Beach, go up the north coast, and those lots are sitting right up here, just about 4.5 miles up. This map here, the overlay is in a wrong location. You can see this little point here that belongs up in here. So imagine if this whole grid, this yellow grid, was shifted up and over, then you could see how the outline of the 5 lots is. Again, those are lots. Now, one of the things that you might have noticed, and it's true of most land on Ambergris Key, this area in here does need some fill. And since there's such large parcels, again, 2.8 to 3.1 acres, it can be pretty significant cost to completely fill a lot like this if you had to bring in all the fill by barge. But one of the good things you can do with these is you can actually get a permit to put a canal in somewhere on your property from the water's edge and create a canal in there. So what they would do is they would bring an excavator in, and the excavator would actually excavate the fill. So what you're doing is you're actually using a piece or a part of your own property to do the filling. And they've done this in other parts of the island with really good success. For example, there is a project being built right now in Costa del Sol. I think its name is Aruna. And on the Aruna property, they actually cut a large canal in. So lengthwise, right down the center of the property. I'll be able to show you that here in a minute. Looks really cool. And it means you don't have to get a pier permit or build a pier to keep your boat. So for example, you just cut a canal. So there it is right there. So this canal used to not be here. This used to be one big property, but needed fill. And so an excavator came in and they excavated this. I think it's a pretty deep canal, maybe 10, 15 feet, maybe even 20 feet. And then they used that fill to fill the property. So you could easily do something like this on these 3-acre parcels. Come in with a canal, doesn't have to be very deep. Maybe you just go, 15, 20, 30 feet deep, 40 feet deep into the property. And then you have space for your water toys, your boat, whatever you want to put in there. And it's also pretty good is if you have a little, what do you call it? Like a little mini project where you have homes and maybe in a horseshoe shaped or a half circle, have a canal running up the center. That way each home could have a little space out front for their own boat, their kayaks, things like that. But this is a really good way to fill at least part of these 3 acres and get them build ready, is to do something like this with a canal. There's just some video of the Costa del Sol area. All right, let me just go back here. So let me give you the pricing and everything, and then I'll pull up my Google Earth overlay map. There's the pricing. I have the pricing. You know what? Maybe the pricing is still on my slide. Let me just try to pull up my Microsoft PowerPoint slide. Maybe this is it. All right, there we go. All right, so let me just do this. So the purchase price on each one of these lots is $159,000. So it's $159,000 per lot. And remember, each lot is 2.8 to 3.1 acres. All right, that's pretty significant in size. What we're looking at doing on these is a 10% down, a 10-10-30 program. So 10% down, which leaves you with 15.9 down, closing cost about $3,000. If you do the balance at 10% for 30 years, you're looking at a payment of $1,255.80. That's totally inclusive, and your property taxes on these properties are about 75 to 100 bucks a year. So they're really insignificant. No prepayment penalties if you want to pay it off earlier. And we're going to hold each one of these parcels in the Belize Chapter 250. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that right now, as we're going to put each of these 5 parcels in a 250. And so we're going to pass that on to the end buyer. Makes a very, very easy transfer. And we can also get the stamp tax down a little bit on these. All right, so what else do I have to tell you about? Well, let me do a Google Earth overlay. First of all, I want to show you Aruna, which you just saw that they're cutting in that canal. So this hasn't been updated in a while, but if you look, here's the Aruna Resort. and you can see they just started, digging out the canal, and then they take the fill from the canal and they put it on both sides of the property to completely fill that. So that's what I would recommend you do if you own one of these 3 acres. There's another good example of this on the east coast, or excuse me, the west coast of Ambergris Key, where somebody did this with a nice private single family home. Let me just zoom out a bit so I can find it a little easier. Okay. So I think it's going to be up in this area right here. It's a little blurry, but you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Okay, right here. All right, so right here. So right here, this was a home that was built on this nice piece of property years ago. But what they did, and you can make it out, is they dredged out this little area right here coming in, and they made like a little marina back in here. All right, so they did build a pier anyway, so they can keep their boat here, but a much better place to keep your boat and protect it against the occasional storm or whatever is have a little canal come in, and then they made like a little tiny marina back in there. All right, so if you do the same thing, if you go up where these 3-acre parcels are located, and I can do that now. Where are they? It's easier for me to do this when I'm kind of zoomed out. Oh, there we go. So here's the split. All right. And when I show you the split, I want to show you that little diving platform. So that was right here. All right. So remember in the video, we were coming in by boat and that diving platform was here. The people that were fishing were right here. So then those 5 parcels are all located right in this area. So for example, let's go to this one right here. For example, on this one here, if you were just maybe go right in the center and you were to put in a 30 or 40 foot length of a canal right here, maybe 20, 30 foot deep, have an excavator come in, and then he would be able to use that fill to fill up the place where you would build your home. That would be a really, really easy thing to do. But you look at just how beautiful these waters are. Crystal clear, great fishing up here. And all these waters too are just stunningly blue. All right, so listen, I know the video is a little bit all over the place, but I wanted to at least get it out there. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, if you want to pick up on one of these parcels, let me know, and we'll go from there. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Take care, and have a great Sunday. Talk to you soon.